Cup's about winning trophies. I'm inexperienced in a lot of those things.
3-0.
Can you believe it?
Almost lost the cup and you win it. The new European champions, the treble, the dream come true for you.
Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Football, bloody hell. But they never give in. And that's the winner.
Welcome to the American Red Devils podcast. I'm John.
I'm Alex.
And we are bringing you the best Manchester United news from this side of the pond.
Woo, sir. How you doing? How you doing? Big 9-0 win against Southampton against the Saints. Feeling on cloud nine, sir. I heard you got a special clip for us.
Sir, we got the leaked audio from the Manchester United dressing room after this win. Hit it.
Win, man. That's a heck of a win. And this is one heck of a team, baby. Now listen. One game, right? Yeah, one game. We're 1-0. That's the goal every week. 1-0. Right? Keep big picture perspective right here. Hey, listen. Humble and hungry with the media. Right? Hit the reset button. I'm so proud of you guys.
We overcame a lot. Only way we're going to do that is together, baby. Family on three. 1, 2, 3. Family.
Woo, sir. I didn't know Ole had such an interesting Southern American accent. But hey, wow, the boys must be pumped up after that huge win at home, sir. Who said the high-scoring Reds couldn't put 9 goals past the Saints? Feeling fine indeed. How you doing?
Sir, that's a heck of a football team we saw today, sir. 9-0. Everybody getting their goals. Cavani, Shaw spraying balls in from the left. Rashford gets his goal. Bruno Fernandes assists. He got the pen as well. Martial with the brace. You love to see these things at Manchester United, especially after the absolute tough matches we've had coming in here, sir. Everyone would say the sky is falling. We said just hold out. The lads, they need a big win. They pulled it out today. Santa Claus is real, sir. He gave us 9 goals. How you feeling?
I'm feeling fine. Sir, they talk about the ups and the downs on this Manchester United side. It is unbelievable, from the crashing out against RB to the 9-0 result today. A little bit of early fortune with that red card. Good to see it, but United was ruthless, and that's what you want. Everybody scoring, everybody contributing, and not letting off the gas. Just absolutely starting to cruise and keeping it going 90 minutes plus. So great performance from the boys. Statement win, just saying we could score goals. Now it's about keeping it going onto the weekend.
And it matters because, A, we got the clean sheet, right? We talked about the clean sheet against Arsenal, although it was a tough draw. We got the clean sheet here. Shout out to VAR and the VAR gods. We'll get into that a little later. But we get 9 goals, and those 9 are huge, sir. Goal differential, it's a thing. We were 14 behind shitty. Now we're only 5. You do that in one game. It's just like unbelievable, sir. This has title ramifications, statement win, like you said, and now it's just like Ole's streaky. Now we got to put together a nice string of wins. Starts with Everton. It's going to be a hell of the next 6 matches for Manchester United. But it's never say die. Always back the manager. Always back the lads. We always knew they had this in them, sir.
You did. You wanted to see it. We've all been looking for it. I mean, all these victories, there's been a lot over the last 2 months, but they've been tight ones. A lot of 1-goal differentials. But this was good to see, just a blowout victory. Just classic, just rip them open, don't even concede, and we need more of that, hopefully streaky in the good, that we're going to just keep rolling teams, because Everton, we know they're not a rollover either, and it's all about keeping those 3 points going, sir. There's no small game in the Premier League, and they're coming thick and fast, and this is good momentum to head into the weekend.
Sir, there was never a better time to beat Southampton 9-0 than today.
Never.
Losing to Sheffield United, drawing Arsenal. Sir, the goals weren't firing up top. We talked about it. We said, look, Sheffield United, shaky defense. Arsenal, we cleaned up the defense, but we're not getting the goals. Where are they going to come from? This solves that. You always know with goal scorers like Martial, he's streaky, just like Ole. And you score 2, you hit 2 with the brace. You share the love. Dan James gets a goal. Confidence, sir, confidence. And this is exactly what United need up front. Where the goal is going to come from, I got a few names I can list, and let's hope we hit, I'm going to say, 3 or 4 against Everton. What do you say?
No, I would think the same. These are the fly high and Reds, and they had their scoring boots on. This is without even Greenwood scoring, right? You got Martial, obviously you have Bruno, and then you have Cavani and Rashford all getting goals today, and I thought Greenwood played well as well. Didn't even get a goal, so there are goals on this side. They got an assist, nice assist, and there are a lot of goals in this team, and I think they're just getting started. So figuring out the back, they weren't tested much other than by VAR, but a great performance from the boys, a great win, a lot of goals, and it's good to see because we've been lacking those goals, lacking those kind of just blowout performances, and we finally got one against a side that's been a thorn in our side for a bit, for United. They've been a tough team to beat.
And to do it at home, sir, it matters. We've had tough home form. Even if it's against 10 men, those goals still count for Martial, still count for Rashford, still count for James. It's going to be very important going forward for their confidence. Quick PSA for the podcast. If you like the American Red Devils, we are for fans by fans. We don't have any independent sponsors, is our philosophy. We want to be supported directly by you, the fans, just so that we can give you that biased take from the couch. If you would like to do that, the best way to do so is Patreon. Check out our Patreon page, www.patreon.com/American Red Devils. We have 4 tiers. You can sign up from anything from $1 a month to $20 a month. We're giving away pins, stickers, scarves, and shirts, sir. Shout out to our latest Patreon member, Tom Dorless. Thank you for your support. It goes a long way keeping the lights on here at the podcast. Also, check out our great website, www.americanreddevils.com. We have amazing fan-generated content there. Patreon goes a long way to support the infrastructure of that website. Check out our store there as well. We have some cool merch. We actually got posters of our Stanley Chow logo prints. We're going to be posting this week. They look absolutely great, sir. Tell them about the iTunes reviews.
iTunes reviews are a terrific way for the American Red Devils to get found. Best way you can promote us without spending any money is to write a 5-star review on iTunes. If you do so and you take a screenshot and email it to us at americanreddevils@gmail.com with your address, we will get you some of the new Stan Chow stickers free of charge, sir. It's a great way to get us found. You can also pick up some merch at our store at americanreddevils.com. Get a Glazer Out scarf. Don't let them forget that they are the parasite sucking the blood out of this great club. So you got to get that scarf, $9.99. Great deal. What else we got?
Sir, 9-0 won't make me forget about how terrible the Glazers are. I'll tell you.
Never.
Absolutely not. And yeah, shout out to everyone in the iTunes reviews. That's the number one way we're found, sir. We're 5 stars on iTunes, and we have more reviews than the official Manchester United podcast, if you can believe it. So, we're doing something right here at the American Red Devils, but appreciate all the support. Like we said, this is for fans, by fans. Let's get into it, sir. There's going to be a lot of highlights here. Manchester United 9, Southampton 0 at Old Trafford, game week 22. Let's take a look at that lineup. We had Dave Sayes, world number 1 in net. Luke Shaw, left back. Maguire, Lindelof, center back pairing. Wan-Bissaka, right back. McTominay, Fred, midfield. This is where it gets interesting, sir. We had Rashford on the left, Cavani up top, Fernandes in the hole, and Greenwood on the right. You see someone who's not in that starting 11? Player of the month for January for Manchester United, not in the 11.
Paul Pogba. That's not Tony Martial. He wasn't player of the month. He didn't make the 11, but I think Paul Pogba needed some rest. That's what I thought of the 11 when I saw it. Good to see him get some rest, but still going out with intent. The old workforce midfield, the McTominay and Fred, just doing a job all day long. Liked Rashford back at his preferred left side of the pitch, and Cavani up front. What else you got to see? El Matador looking for that goal, sir. When he got it, the look on his face was priceless. But this 11, I liked what I saw. What do you think?
Absolutely love this 11. This is a statement 11 for Ole. Putting Rashford on the right, kind of what do you mean? Martial's on the left. He hasn't been playing well. Cavani, we know he's locked on number 9. Bruno's undroppable. But the midfield, too, it's really McSauce and Fred. That's right. The back line, you know who's going to start there. But I thought dropping Pogba was big because when we're forcing Pogba in the side, it doesn't come off. Makes his decision-making hard from the subs perspective. And I thought bringing Pogba on into a game is a bigger threat, and just playing the classic 4-2-3-1 with no one out of position is probably better, right? I think that's what we're seeing from Ole. He's learning on the job.
Yeah, I think he was going the work rate approach, hoping to win the midfield battle just by pure determination, sir. So I think going up with the Fred McTominay split was a good tactic there.
But who's going to do a better job than those two in there? Matic, Pogba?
No.
I'll go for him.
I can't argue against anyone that does that job better at this moment, breaking down a midfield. So obviously, do a job well, sir.
Should we jump in the first half?
Let's jump into it, sir. The game started hot. Second minute, red card for, you want to pronounce his last name? I couldn't, but it was a rash tackle on Scott McTominay.
Sure, you got to take a shot.
Yankowicz. Alexander Yankowicz. Poor guy, first start, young lad, just trying to make an impression, but doesn't get anywhere near the ball. Clear red. One of the easiest decisions Mike Dean's had to make. Advantage United, sir.
Sir, they don't make tackles like they used to in the EPL. This one, you used to see this quite a bit back in the day. Rewind the tape about 15 years, you would see people clattering in. But these days, you never see it. And this early in the game, you would think this would be United Liverpool of old. But I don't know what he was thinking, but I love it. Love to see it. I said, Merry Christmas. You get a red card in second minute, 88 minutes against 10 men. Things you love to see, sir. Let's just get into these goals.
Sir, it didn't take long in the 18th minute.
In once the ball had gone, and Wan-Bissaka puts it in. Manchester United strike first. A rare goal for Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Sir, he leads the league in tackles, and now I think he's got the most contributions from goals for a right back, sir. Good goal from him, coming in the right. Great ball in from Shaw. 1-0, sir. United are off and running.
Sir, Luke Shaw's crossing is getting pretty sharp, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka, the nose for goal to make that late run in the box, and a great finish. AWB.
What a player there. So the highlights, they just keep going because it's more just like boom, boom, boom. Because in the 25th minute, United were just getting started.
That, talking his players through every facet of every move as Rashford makes it 2. Not too much Southampton could do about that. United scything through their defence, and Marcus Rashford in the right place at the right time.
Right place at the right time, sir. Great ball from Greenwood. Had some nice all-around play, and what everybody's looking to see from Rashford in the box. Just hit it hard, hit it on the target. Good goal from him.
Exactly, and it's like he didn't have to think about it. Not 1v1 with the keeper, just finish. Great finish from Marcus. You love to see him get his goal.
You do love to see it. Another thing you love to see, sir, when you're playing against Southampton side is in the 34th minute, a little OG madness.
Marcus Rashford, they're queuing up for it in the middle, and he's turned into his own net by Jan Bednarek. Knew that he had to try and play it, but didn't get the angle right to steer it wide of the post, and it goes from bad to worse for Southampton on what has the makings now of being a torrid night.
Sir, what were you thinking? It was feeling pretty torrid for the Southampton manager, the face he was making. United were rolling a 3-0.
Sir, Ralph Hansenhudel? You know what? I can't take Ralph seriously because he wears like the Under Armour like NFL receiver gloves on the sidelines. I don't know what that's about. It's like, I get it if you're wearing like gloves to keep your hands warm, but that's like, it looks like he's going to lay out for a pass in the end zone, sir. I don't really get it.
So he's always ready to go.
You seen him wearing these gloves?
I didn't see the gloves, but it's probably, probably helped when he didn't help getting beat 9-0 either, sir.
Sir, he took him off before the end of the game. I'll tell you that much.
Sir, it went from bad to worse in the 39th minute, sir. Keep going. Oh.
Luke Shaw con el centro, Cavani, gol. Gol del United. Lo hizo Edison Cavani, lo venía buscando durante todo el partido. El gran centro de Luke Shaw.
Grand center de Luke Shaw. What a good goal from El Matador. Just rooted in the spot. Absolutely powerful header. Vintage stuff right there from the Matador.
Dunk header from Cavani. Another great ball from Luke Shaw, who's playing great on the left-hand side. You love to see this, sir. That's what Cavani's for as a finisher. Put it in and just let him do his business, sir. Everyone's slating him last game. I mean, who are you? It's like Cavani's lights out.
Sir, who are you indeed? We need to get a VAR check. Sorry, sir.
43rd minute, there was a penalty to United as Kanye fouled Cavani from behind. VAR then overturned it. gave United a free kick on the edge of the box. This one, I thought it was a pen. Like the foul kind of started on the edge and then went into the box. VAR pulled it back. So this is one decision that went against us here. But, as far as the highlights are concerned, not a big highlight. But VAR was involved all over the pitch here. And this is the first time, other than the red, that they kind of took a penalty away.
Yeah, you don't want to see that, sir. But United just keep it going. Played absolutely great throughout the first half, sir. And they capped it off with a penalty in the 43rd minute.
No, the penalty was taken back by VAR, sir.
Oh, excuse me. So going in at half, sir, 4-0 up. Ole, what's he saying to the boys?
Are you not entertained? Everybody, let's go. Everyone who wants a goal gets a goal. You get a goal. You get a goal. You get a goal. You get a goal. There you go.
You love to see it, sir. You absolutely love to see it. Heading into the second half, a little bit of a double sub, right? Donny van de Beek and Martial come on for Cavani and Shaw. What'd you think of those subs from Ole?
I like it. It's game's over. They have 10 men. We're up 4. Get Donny in, get him some reps, get Martial in, get him a goal. Obviously, Luke Shaw is pretty much undroppable at this point. He needs a breather. Cavani needs a breather as well. They're both going to feature at Everton. I thought it was a great stuff from Ole.
So you love to see it. You love to see it. Didn't take too long for Manchester United, sir. Got going a little bit, and then in the 69th minute.
Sir, in the 53rd minute, Shea Adams for Southampton nets a goal from a tough angle. Just kidding. VAR, get out the lines. They draw it up. He's taken back for offside, sir.
Never seen anything like that. I mean, honestly. They drew a line that was almost extended, and we obviously want the VAR calls. We're Manchester United fans, but they're calls that you almost don't want. You're rolling. You don't want to call that egregious because, we've seen it go the other way, sir. We saw it against Sheffield United and couldn't find a call all night. Tonight, calls are coming out of your ears. You almost don't want another one. I'll save it for the weekend. I need it against Everton.
I tweeted out, the VAR gods come and save the clean sheet. Love to see it. Who cares? Sir, you live and die by the offsides lines for VAR.
You love to see it, sir. You know who wanted to get in on the action, sir? Tony Martial. He says, time for a goal in the 69th minute. It was time for the Frenchman to contribute.
Got to, again, initially unsighted, but took it well.
Martial, Bednarek in with him, and Martial fires the ball in quite beautifully. Well, he's taken some time.
Sir, on a day with nice goals all around, you got to say, this was a peach of a goal from Tony Martial. Controls the ball on his chest, takes it down, and then fires it into the roof of the net. He's been itching for a goal. That's a good way to get off the block.
He breaks his 8-game scoring drought here at a very tough angle. Tough control, tough finish, but Tony does it, and you love to see it. He's got this in his locker, sir. You got to keep playing him. He scores in bunches. Let's hope he's could be on a roll.
Let's hope he's got on a roll. You know who else has been on a roll recently is in the 71st minute, Mick Sauce, just absolutely with cracking goals. He wasn't looking to sit out of the party.
McTominay, beautifully done. Greenwood, good save. Hooked away, back out for McTominay. Through a crowd of players and in for 6. Wonderful strike from Scott McTominay. And it just gets better and better for Solskjaer's man.
Yeah. Sir, better and better. Nice finish from Scotty McSauce. Good hit. Goalie was doing nothing about it. 6-0. Boys are just ripping and rolling. Any goals left?
Sir, we got 3 more. Let's go. 87th minute.
87th minute.
Lindelof, Bruno Fernandes. Oh, Martial! As he brought down, collision from Bednarek. And they do have a penalty this time.
I just wonder whether he was going to be flagged offside, and I wonder whether Southampton are asking that question. But as soon as the contact's made, I'm thinking, well, if it's not offside, then it certainly looked like a penalty. Yeah, perhaps he wasn't. I mean, he seems as if he's trying to get out of the way in the end, but it's his knee that seems to just catch Martial. Yeah, he tries to swerve away from it. He tries to avoid making the contact, but Martial is trying to keep that leg out, so he's trying to generate the contact. So I think Martial probably feared that touch was taking the ball towards the keeper and he wouldn't have been able to get on the end of it. And as a result, he was looking for the easier way out, shall we say.
I think the decision seems to be from Graham Scott that they think that Jan Bednarek has made no attempt to play the ball.
Well, he was basically trying to get out of the way. That's why he made no attempt to play the ball. He was trying not to foul Martial.
Penalty given. Which card is he going to reach for here? Red
card.
And Southampton are down to 9 men. The officials making the decision that Bednarek has made no decision, no attempt to play the ball, and as such Southampton have another player sent off, with the ramifications, of course, that a side that are down to their bare bones now have 2 suspended for the trip to Newcastle at the weekend.
Yeah, and now Bednarek has gone to Martial and Ward-Prowse indeed, and both have had a conversation with him as if to say, come on, you know that you've gone down easily then. I'm not sure I agree with what decision has just been made. In fact, I am. I think it's a joke.
Fernandez for 7-0. Never in doubt.
Sir, apologies for the extra long VAR call. That was a bit of a bear, but what a goal from Bruno Fernandes. Finally getting off the mark. People certainly talked about a drought, but what a contribution he's been making over the last year. Getting on the score sheet. United rolling.
Sir, there's a lot of records here. One of the records is total amount of goal highlights on this podcast. So,
trying.
You're doing a good job. You're queuing up all the audio. You got like 20 tabs open.
I'm dying.
You're doing good. So for anyone understanding the
high art of podcast making live.
Forward. You can fast forward the YouTube, but you're really into the Bednarek red. This one was absolutely a laugh. You love to see it. VAR having a VAR masterclass. That's why I tweeted out. Not only did they give me the penalty, it's barely touched Martial. He goes down like a wet rag.
Give
him the straight red. See ya. 3 matches, bro. You're done. I love to see it. As a United fan, you just got to laugh and hope that we score another. Let's go. 89th minute.
89th minute, sir.
Sí. Puede haber un octavo. El centro que viene. Martial, gol. Gol del United. Llegó el octavo y llegó el de Martial. Señoras y señores.
Sir, Ralph ditched the gloves at 8. the gloves are off.
Sir, dude, Martial, another great chest control finish. I mean, he looks sharp now. Give him a game like this.
Good to get those goals. Needed a couple goals like this, and just, he almost had a third. Would have been a nice one as well. But 8-0. Guess who wanted to get into the party, sir? 93rd minute, Dan James had something to say.
Bruno Fernandes helping it back in. And it is put in for 9. Dan James with the crowning glory for Manchester United. And in successive seasons, Southampton.
And you have to say, a pretty goal as well. They were all nice goals, and the last one was as pretty as the first. Nice cross from Bruno over to Dan James. Daft finish. Sir, 9-0. What's not to like?
Dude, a great finish from Dan James, actually. I mean, this is one that, because it's 9-0, it might get lost in the shuffle of all the other golazos here, all the other Telemundo calls, but the Bruno header to center and then the James flick into the net. You love to see it from Dan James. I hope he gets more minutes after this, sir. We didn't get the sub, but 60th minute he came on for Rashford. I was hoping he would get one. He needs it. I say he's a young lad. You say he's not. you call them younglings or youngins, whatever you're saying. You define a youngin. Dan James, not a youngin. He looks like a youngin to me, sir.
He definitely looks like a youngin. Didn't play like a youngin today. I still think he's got a role at this club. You can't just have world beaters. You need some squad players, and he's definitely a good squad player for me. Comes in, does a good job, high work rate, has something to contribute, has a goal in him as well. So, and he's not a youngin, but he's youngish. So he's 23. He's got a lot of upside potential, I think. So keep a hold of that one. No reason not to. He's got pace for days.
Dude, he's a perfect backup to like a worldie of a right winger called Jadon Sancho. That's what I would think. Something like that. Stats: United 75% of the ball compared to Southampton's 25%. Corners 5-3. That's to be accepted given kind of everything that was going on. Shots on target 14-1. Clearly, Southampton, they were dying after the first man went off in the second minute. Match reactions: Manchester United has 7 different goal scorers. Only the second time a team has had 7 different goal scorers in a Premier League match after Chelsea versus Aston Villa in December 2012, tying that record. Manchester United have scored 6 or more goals in a Premier League match for a second time this season. They did it 6-2 versus Leeds. It's the first time they've hit 6+ goals twice in a season since 2000, 2001 versus Bradford and Arsenal. And after winning just one of their first 6 Premier League home games this season and scoring just 3 goals, Manchester United have won 4 of their last 5, netting a total of 19 across those games. Sir, not quite a fortress at Maui Jim Stadium yet, but we're getting there. And Manchester United scored 4 goals in the first half of a Premier League game for the second time this season, also doing so against Leeds. It's the first time they scored 4+ goals in the first half of 2 games in the season since 97-98 under Sir Alex. Also 9 goals margin. That ties the EPL record as well, sir. They get 9 goals against 9 men. You
love to see it.
In the stars, sir. It's written in the stars.
You love to see it. It was a great performance from the boys. You got to be ruthless to win the league, and they showed it today. They were absolutely ruthless. They didn't back off an inch, especially even when the down to 9 men, sir. I'd love to see just keep going, more goals, because it's going to matter, the goal differential. It's going to be that tight. There's no doubt about it. And we just made up a huge amount of ground. I think we're tied to Liverpool on goal differential in 1 game because of that. So 9 goals in a game helps a lot. We should, I'm not expecting it every week, but enough of these 1 goal differentials. That's too nervy on the blood pressure. Today was great.
We went on a rant, sir. We talked about all the tight games and all this stuff. Look, credit to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You got to give credit to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And on that note, let's hear from the man himself, the manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Ole, you were ruthless tonight. There's been times when you haven't found that cutting edge you did this evening. What did you make of this side's display?
Well, I thought they played the game properly, which we had to, because sometimes when you play against 10 men, they sit behind the ball, make it hard for you, defend well, and they can break on you. I thought we played the game properly, so we switched it from side to side, threatening behind them, some good individual movements and performances. So we played it the way we had to.
Simon.
Simon.
Hi, Oli. Congratulations. What do you say to your players after a performance like that? Do you have to tell them to forget it because it's 1 game, or revel in the fact that they've equalled a Premier League record?
No, we've not discussed it being a record, but of course it's always going to be talk about it. But for me, it was about playing the game properly, having the focus, do the right things, get your habits right. Because if you come, say, for example, into the second half with sloppy habits or lack of focus, you might get injured, you might get hurt, and you might get punished, like we almost did with their goal that was offside. But now we played it really well.
James Cooper.
Ollie, yesterday you said that you thought the players were sometimes too nice. How reassuring was it to see them really go for that? Because they could have stood off. They could have said, look, it's 4, it's 5. Let's leave it at that. But they were ruthless.
Yeah, they were, and it came from them. They drove it on. The players out there, Harry, Victor, David, the ones at the back, play the ball quickly. Scots play the ball quickly, so we got on into their half and last third, and then they wanted more and more and more. So, when you play football, you just have to make the most of it. It might be the last game you play, and you never know. So, and they played like it was going to be or could have been the last game. So, very pleased with everyone.
Sir, what do you make of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's comments? Could be the last game you ever play. That seems pretty cutthroat from a guy people are saying is a soft manager.
Sir, you heard the audio when we started the podcast. Stay humble, stay hungry, right?
Want to know, baby.
Want to know every week, a few times a week. You go into the game, you want to be 1-0 every game. I think Ole's got the right mentality for the lads. When they opened the presser, they said he was ruthless. I haven't seen United be this ruthless since Sir Alex Ferguson. I mean, the desire of the players to pepper it on. Ole getting the other players on, letting everyone participate, like getting Martial those 2 goals. He knows he's hungry. He's ready to go. We just haven't been able to see this from Ole because we've been in such tight games. And like once we kind of open the game up, clearly we had the calls and the reds or whatever. But if we are ever up by 2 goals, get Dan James in there. You ever up by, you have a comfortable lead, get Donnie some reps. And I just think we haven't seen that from Ole as much because we've been in really tight spots with the league title race and all these close margin wins. So it's nice to be able to see Ole open it up a little bit, get some players some much needed goals, and then have them refocus, sir. This is great from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
It's a great position to be in as well. Be able to take off a Cavani, a Shaw, put in a great 45 minutes, save them for the weekend, and get some players some minutes who need it. Donnie getting a run out as well. Martial getting some goals like you mentioned. So it's great to see. Great to be in that position as well. And we need more of those performances where it's just not quite so nervy. For our own life expectancy, we need it. But I'm not sure it's going to happen anytime soon. Hopefully Everton. They used to be comfortable games, sir. Whenever we played Everton, we never used to sweat it. We used to just roll the toughies. A bit nervier more recently. Yeah.
Sir, we used to roll leagues.
Yeah, that's true.
Champions League was nervy, but the league was like we would roll, and it's like come a long way, sir. But this is a great group of players. I think this is an unprecedented season, and we're going to see unprecedented results. And this is just part of that. The highs will be high, the lows will be low, sir. And you got to look at it over the long term. I think you look at this, if this is just a little blip on the radar that Sheffield United, the Arsenal draw, and we go on to do great things, it just is what it is. The season is. But this is going to be this is going to be a tough next month, sir. It's going to be a tough next month. So, who knows what's going to look like in March. But we got back the lads the whole way. Let's check in with the table here. Man City, top of the table on 20 matches. They have 44 points, goal differential of 24. Now we're talking goal differential because we hit 9. Before we were not talking about it at all. Manchester United, second place, sir. 22 matches played, 44 points. So we're tied on points behind on goal differential. Only 5 goals. Coming into that was 14. Unbelievable. Team who could not be named. They played 21. They're on 40 points, but now we're tied on goal differential with the Scouse Bastards at 19. That's how big that result was, sir. Leicester City played 21, 39 points. West Ham 35, Tottenham 33, Chelsea 33, Everton 33, Aston Villa 32, Arsenal 31. They lost to Wolves, sir.
Love to see it. Love to see 2 red cards as well. David Luiz sent off.
Sir, that was a big win, and that goal differential is going to go a long way, sir. We could be talking end of the season. This match, this performance specifically, can go a long way, and you love to see as a United fan.
Well, I also liked about the performance was there was a little bit of like a business approach to it. They were scoring that 7th goal, 8th goal, 9th goal, and the boys were just like, more. And they weren't getting over their heads about it. They were just like, yes, this is what we should be doing. We should just be blitzing past teams. It was just refreshing, sir. It's great to see. I'm sure every Manchester United fan around the world was just like gleeful in seeing the boys just roll a team for once. It's been too long. Leeds felt like years ago, and just refreshing. Great feeling.
Sir, it was we watched history today. That's all I gotta say. Historic victory for Manchester United. And I think that shuts a lot of the whinging that was going on the last week. Shuts it up. Shuts it up. Well, we got a next match, sir. Like I said, stay humble, stay hungry, like Ole says. We're 1-0. Let's kick on. Manchester United versus Everton, Old Trafford, game week 23, sir. Saturday, February 6th, noon Pacific. Very generous kickoff, 3 p.m. Eastern. Sir, you like to see that kickoff. It's going to be a great game every time we play Everton. It's going to be a battle. They got some good players. We pipped them earlier this year, sir. What do you make of this match?
It's going to be a big one. They're always a tough side. I think they're on a bit of an uptick. We'll take a look at the record in a second, but they got a hell of a coach, Ancelotti. They got a solid team. So like we said, we used to just roll them. We used to roll a lot of teams, like you said, but it will be a tough match, no doubt about it. We got to take it seriously, but it's at home, and now I'm feeling like Old Trafford is getting a little bit of its fortress stigma back again. You need the fans. That's going to be a big part of that as well, but just doing what we did today, getting comfortable at home, scoring a lot of goals. We need to do that on the weekend as well, sir.
Lifetime versus Everton. We've won 90, drawn 45, and lost 70 games, sir. Played a lot against the Toffees. First time we ever played them, September 1892, Everton versus Newton Heath. We lost 6-0, sir. We got to avenge that loss.
I like that scoreline. Let's replicate it the other way.
It was in the first division back in the day. Coming into the game, Everton beat Wolves. They beat Sheffield Wednesday 3-0. They drew Leicester. They lost to a poor Newcastle, sir, 2-0. They play Leeds tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Pacific. That's going to be a big barometer. Ooh, Everton, all over the board. They started really hot. Remember, they were first in the league. They've kind of come off. James, he's back. I don't know what to make of him. They just signed Josh King. We've been linked to him forever. Maybe he's going to feature. I don't know.
It's going to be, dude, they're a tough team. Every team in the Premier League is not going to roll over for you, Everton included. They always get up for a Manchester United match. So we know what we got to do. We know we have to perform. We got a strong side. We got a lot of good players that are just fit and firing, excited to play against the Toffees. So I can't wait, sir. Big match. Let's roll them.
Absolutely. A little history about Everton. They've competed in the top division for a record 117 seasons. They've only missed 4 top flight seasons, sir. You wouldn't think it, but they're vintage top flight. The seasons they missed, 30-31, 51-52, 52-53, and 53-54. Since then, they've been in the first division, sir, of which they were a founding member. They have 9 league titles. Again, you wouldn't believe it. 5 FA Cups, 1 European Cup, Winners' Cup, and 9 Charity Shields. They were formed in 1878. Little history there. Stalin was born, sir. Talk about dating the club back in the day.
There you go, sir.
One,
don't call them FC Stalin, sir. They won't like that.
Yeah. Something tells me FC Stalin wears gray. They don't wear blue.
Yeah, that's true. Drab.
The club supporters are colloquially known as the Evertonians or the Blues. They're also known as the People's Club, sir. That's not a bad nickname. We have a few friends that are Everton fans. Their main rivals are the team who should not be named, so the enemy of the enemy is my friend. They did sell us Wayne Rooney, sir. Kind of a love-hate relationship with Everton. We love them because we usually beat up on them. They give us the good players. But then they beat us 4-0 that 2 seasons ago. We missed out on top 4, so
brutal.
Kind of betrayed us. Like I mentioned, they just signed Josh King. We were linked with him. He only has 6 months left on his contract at Bournemouth. They get him for pretty much nothing, and he signed a 6-month contract. Why aren't we getting him, sir? We could use Josh King at our club right now.
Could be. We got Eddie Cavani, baby. He's banging him in.
Replace Odion Igalo.
Odion Igalo got replaced, bro, by Uruguayan, who's looking awfully fine for him, sir.
I'm just saying we were in for him, and it's like he's available for nothing. We're going to be playing against him, sir. That's one benefit. Also, Everton plays at Goodison Park. They've been playing there since 1892, and they're going to be building a new stadium. It's going to be called the Bramley Moore Dock Stadium. Looks amazing. If you haven't seen photos of it, it's proposed to open the 23-24 season. So Everton's getting a amazing new stadium. Manchester United's got a leaking roof. Think about that, sir. You get Josh King in a new stadium. Ed Woodward, we don't sign anyone, and our roof is leaking. This is Everton.
Sir, you got Ahmad Diallo. You know, Woodward told us that we got Ahmad Diallo in January. He tagged him twice. We got him in the summer. We got him in January too.
Sir, you double dipped.
I know, it's ridiculous. That's a double dip. That is a double dip from Woodward, and he's trying to sell it. He's trying to sell it to the investors.
Yeah, speaking of a double dip, you got Phil Jones, who we couldn't get rid of, and now they're like, oh, we want him back in the team. That's the biggest bunch of bull I've ever heard. Physioroom.com, Phil Jones knee injury. We know he's not out. Ole did talk about him though, right? Because the January transfer window did come to an end, sir. A few days ago, it came to an end.
No one wants that monster contract of his. No one wants that $150 a week.
We're going to get into it in the January transfer window a little later in the pod here, the review. But we're trying to get rid of Phil Jones. Can't get rid of Phil Jones. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is quoted, "I wish him back in the squad as quick as he can," says Ole. Very excited to get Phil Jones back. So now we go from getting rid of him to we really want him to be a part of our team. That's where we're special. That's where we're special right there.
And this is just Ole, Mr. Nice Guy. He got no use for Phil Jones, bro.
But this is why you got to give Ole extra credit, is because Ed Woodward's trying to do all these deals and he does, and he sticks Ole with these players, and he's got to make it work.
No, it's actually kind of incredible. It's like the team that shall not be named, the Scouse Bastards, they made some moves, cheapo moves for center backs, and we're still trying to dish center backs, sir. And that tells you Ed Woodward's got no idea what he's doing. Phil Jones, I think he's not going anywhere anytime soon. So I think we get stuck with him. He's going to be winning that title, so he's going to be carrying on that title and be like, let me get a start so I can go to the trophy parade.
Sir, does Phil Jones start a league match for Manchester United before the end of the year?
No, he'll never start another Premier League match for Manchester United ever again, sir.
Okay.
I don't think so. What do you think, sir? What do you think?
Given those injuries, we can talk about Phil Jones all day, sir. What's your lineup?
Sir, this is who I've got against Everton. I've got Dave Saves and net. Back for AWB. I'm going to go Bailly, Maguire, and Luke Shaw. I'm going to do a midfield of Fred, Matic, and Pogba, Bruno, Cavani, Rashford.
Interesting lineup there, sir. I'm doing the Dave Saves world number one in net, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Bailly, Maguire, Shaw. I'm doing Frogba, as you coined on the last pod. Fred, Pogba, midfield 2. I'm doing Bruno at number 10, Rashford on the left, Cavani up top, and Greenwood on the right. I think you can't mess with the 4-2-3-1. You got to keep everyone playing their real position. And at the moment, Greenwood's the only one who can play on the right wing. So I really like that balance. That team beats Everton, sir. What do you make of the score? Who do you got winning?
Sir, I think it's Manchester United, and I think Manchester United are going to keep rolling. I'm going to call 3-0. I think Greenwood gets his goal. I think Cavani gets another one. And I think, Bruno Fernandes, he's getting going. He gets another goal as well. 3-0. What do you got?
Bruno does have the Toffees number. I'm going to say 4-1. United do it. They kick on. Goals are going to start coming fast and easy because of this big win against Southampton, sir. You love to see it.
Floodgates open, baby.
Sir, let's jump into it. United in the news, sir. We have a special news segment here. We got the January transfer recap. Before we get into that, Manchester United star Marcus Rashford has been racially abused online. Sir, this also happened to Tuanzebe. This happened to Martial. It seems like every single game we're getting these headlines, and you hate to see it. There's no place for it online. I think the social media companies need to be policing this a little more. I think there needs to be maybe some functionality built in where fans can't comment or something. They need to be able to control this. There's no place for it on the internet. It is 2021, so every all-star can message any fan they have. Although they don't message us, the American Red Devils, you should tell them to. But you really hate to see this, sir. And I don't even think these people clearly aren't fans. They're just trolls and bigots.
No, you hate to see it, and I don't want to get into the policing on social media sites, but whatever it is, these people are not true fans. Because any true fans, wouldn't say such horrible things to people, make people feel that way. Because at the end of the day, we all love this team, but it's a game. And, making people feel that way is just, it's not good for anybody. So you hate to see it. hate to see our boys give a shit. Win, loss, or draw. Still humans at the end of the day. So Marcus, especially, all that he's done for people, still getting racially abused. You have to imagine that's people from other fans, other teams winding up pretending to be Manchester United fans. Can't imagine any true United fan would ever act so horribly.
I read another story where they're actually tracking people down and like arresting them for it and like charging them for it. I mean, like that would make people stop. It's like you think of all the benefits of social media and what Marcus has been able to do with his, child hunger campaign in the UK, and then you hate to see all the negative benefits of it. But social media is here, and there's a lot of untold, a lot of issues. Like, even 10 years ago, 15 years ago and 10 years ago when I went to my first match, this whole idea there are factions of United fans yelling at each other on the internet that didn't exist. It's like you're all United fans. We wore the green and gold, but no one would lecture you about it. Nobody would yell at you about your opinion about the manager. And then now, like, social media seems to be amplifying it. That's another consequence, is like arguing with United fans, arguing with United fans, right? It's just like there's all these things that are happening, and that's just another tangent of sort of the issues with social media.
No doubt, getting off the racial abuse topic, but the whole the United factions infighting is unbelievable. And it's only because, everyone's got a voice for good, bad, and ugly, and they just got, some people got a little too much time in their hands. They're just spewing. But either way, what happened to Marcus, what happened to Twanzebe, it's horrible. It's got no place in football, and you hate to see it. Yeah,
and the club is backing the players, Martial as well. And, I hope that this is eradicated in all forms online, and you hate to see these headlines, and we have to talk about it because it's twice in a week, sir. It's unbelievable, and it's got to stop. Next bit of news here, jumping in the transfer window. So we got our January transfer window review here at the American Red Devils. We review every single transfer window. We give you our grades, our unbiased views of what we think of this transfer window, sir. I already know what grade you're going to give Ed Woodward on this one. As far as who came in, sir, Amad Diallo technically signed in the summer, marketed in the summer. It was agreed, and it needed to be finalized in January, passport, everything, etc. So technically he's a January signing, but Ed Woodward double dips the chip, markets him in the summer, says he's the right winger replacement, markets him in the winter. So I'm going to say this is not a January signing. And then as far as who else came in, nope.
Nobody.
So United, nope.
It's not a January signing, sir. That's not a January signing. They said
there are people, I don't know, I saw on Twitter briefly, there was an argument about it, and everyone's saying we did sign somebody, and yes, technically we did. You got to shout it out. But then Ed Woodward's getting a little fishy with marketing these signings.
Then technically, he marketed the shit out of it back in, what was it, October, sir? Whatever it was when we actually closed the deal initially. Talked about it a lot, like he's coming right in the door. So this is Eddie pulling a fast one. Eddie Four Fingers. What do you expect? The same thing with poor Facundo, headed off to on loan, Alavase. Sir, well, we got one player, Amad Diallo. What's your rating, sir?
Sir, Sir, we have to talk about departures, sir. You got to do departures in the rating.
We lose people.
Fosu Mensah left, went to Bayer Leverkusen, sir. We got 1.8 million, market value of 4.4. Eddie Woodward getting 25% of his value, selling low. Ed Woodward special. Jesse Lingard goes to West Ham. David Moyes to get a loan fee of 1.8 million. That's not bad, not terrible. Get his wages off the books. Rojo's leaving free. Can't
complain.
Rojo's leaving on a free. 6 months left of his contract. No one will pay you. He leaves on a free. Ed Woodward is special. Tahith Chong, he got loaned out to Bruges. He was playing at Werder Bremen. Came back. He's out the door to Bruges. Palestre goes to Alves in La Liga. And then Igalo is going back to Shanghai Shenhua. Unfortunately for him, loan expired, but the loan had quite a bit of value. We did pay Shenhua over time, more than $10 million. So at the end of the day, You get rid of Rojo for free. You get a little cash for Lingard, and Fosu is sold. You loan Chong, Palestre. Garner came back from Watford, but he's going to be going out to Nottingham Forest in the Championship. That is the rumor, sir. So quite a bit of outgoings. Enough outgoings, or does it leave something to be desired here?
No, I mean, so Garner, actually, I think he made his first start today. So he's at Nottingham Forest. I mean, on the outs, it's not bad, you have to admit, all being said. I would love to trade a Jones, but getting Rowe off the books, Lingard, you wish that was a permanent sale, but you knew that was never going to happen right away. So just getting him somewhere that, hopefully will lead to a permanent deal. Fosu Mensah, he wanted to go, and getting more time for Facundo. It's not terrible on the out department, yet to be said, but there were additions that need to be made on the top parts, or they were not. They were neglected, and then no real additions were made. So that's got to be my major complaint, sir, because at the end of the day, we need some reinforcements. We didn't get them.
Yeah, and, reading the tea leaves here in this transfer window, it's important to understand, the team's doing well. We love this group of players. But you're not seeing the intent to really push ahead of where we are, right? I would say United on the day, third, second in the league. That's probably where we're at. We want to get to first. Maybe we get a right winger like Sancho. You want to get to first. You maybe get another great center back. There's things that could be done clearly to improve this team to get them to compete for that title over the second half of the season, similar like Bruno did for us last year, and you're not seeing that intent. And not only you're not seeing that intent, you're not seeing the outgoing intent either, like really getting rid of players because you're going to buy replacements. So this just shows me that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is having to walk that tightrope and deal with Ed Woodward's bad business deals, because he's going to have to make Phil Jones work instead of getting up a Meccano, players like that. And so this is where it's the hashtag Glazers out, because you're not going to fool me here. This doesn't show like the board's trying to invest and trying to improve on an already great team and really show Ole, hey, we got your back. We're going to continue to back you. We want you to win the league this year and next year. We're not seeing that here. It's clear as day.
No. And, the sad thing is we kind of beat this drum over and over again, sir, and it's more of the same. And United fans, I think, have almost gotten numb to it. Just the expectation that, their team ain't spending. And we should be, because a team with intent to win, a team with the prestige and history of this club that's in a position they are, with a young team, with a young manager, that's in a league that's super competitive, but also with a chance to actually win it, they would be making additions. Because like you said, there are clear areas that we can invest in right away that would be immediate upgrades to the team, or at least reinforce in a major way. And they would be done or should be done. Just like even the Scouse Bastards, they did it cheap, bro. They got cheapo American owners, but they're whoever their GM was willing to actually make some deals, and we need a little bit more of that.
That's what I'm saying.
We need a little bit more loan to maybe buy from a German league. That's, I hate to say it, I hate the Scousers, but that's the kind of deals that we needed Eddie doing. And he instead was like, hey, I got him on. He showed up. I didn't screw up his visa. That's his
No, but I think you could use the right wing as a microcosm of what's wrong with Manchester United. You got Greenwood playing out there. He's really a number 9. You have Tahith Chong on loan, who, he's a pure right winger. You have Diallo coming in. You have James who can play there. So it's almost like, is James the guy or not? If he's not the guy, you sell James. Leeds want to buy him for 12, and then you buy someone for 30, or you loan Dembele, or you'd make moves. There's questions that need to be solved and can be solved right now, and we're not showing any. It just shows Ed Woodward doesn't know what he's doing. He's the director of football. You need someone who really understands this team and is working with Ole to understand, where are you out of balance? How can we find a solution for the next 6 months, now, because we can win a title? And Ed Woodward just ain't doing it, dude. And that's why he needs to get out of the footballing operations, and we need a director of football, because this is a problem that can be solved. You can't have 3 wingers that you're not sure if they're the guy at Manchester fucking United. It's like James, Diallo, and Chong or Greenwood. That's not enough for United, dude. You need someone who can play there. And it's not going to work.
Yeah, you need a GM. You need a front office that can keep their shit together, do their job, sir. Because Ole's he's already got a paltry, bank account to tap into in terms of buying players. But at the end of the day, he's just got a numpty as his director of football. So it's really just fighting with two hands behind your back, sir. It's fighting with two hands behind your back because compared to the other top clubs, they're getting deals done.
And, Manchester United, 59 million in cash on the balance sheet, so that's why we're not doing the deals. And that's the ownership's taking their dividends. Don't forget it. Hashtag Glazers out. Get your scarves at americanreddevils.com. $9.99. They are on sale, sir. Let's jump into fan questions. Thank you for everyone who tweeted us and got us that hot banter. It was a 9-0 win, sir. The mood is improved on the fan thread here.
I certainly hope so.
At Greek Fest 1981, sirs, this had to be the most stress-free game we've had in a long time. The funny thing is I popped 2 blood pressure pills before the start of this match. Hashtag Glazers out. Hashtag Woolward out. Love to see it.
Sir, we need to get that Lipitor sponsorship, bro. That's next.
Sir, something. IC1 on Twitter, quote, now that's a game we needed. Keep that momentum into the weekend. Hashtag Glory, Glory, Man United. At Jamal Mota, sirs, not sure what to say. Total dominance. Everyone's scoring and providing and playing up to the level we know they can. We wish they did that without the man advantage, but that definitely helped to close the goal gap. Who was the man of the match? Hard to tell. Onwards and upwards. Glory, glory, Man United. Sir, who was your man of the match?
Sir, it's good to not be able to certainly tell. I may say Shaw. Shaw was lights out. AWB had a great game.
Sorry, you gotta give me one. What is this like?
Shaw. Luke Shaw is my man
Shaw
of the match.
WB? Is that
first one half, dude. He won in the first half. It's Luke Shaw. Who you got?
AWB gets that goal, the breakthrough goal. That was the goal that did it. You get that goal in the 18th minute, it opens it up easy.
Yep.
So that was a great finish, sir. An absolute great finish, a great run. At Burkett Mets, quote, well, lads, that one definitely wasn't on a knife's edge. Obviously, the early red card changes the game, but glad to see the boys be ruthless throughout. What were the Wan-Bissaka first scorer odds? That would have been the bet. Hashtag glory, glory, Man United. At United Dondo, quote, what a game. We finally get to sit back and enjoy a full match. Amazing from our fullbacks today. Top performance. Martial with 2 nice goals. Also, let's hope this kicks everyone on and we have everything firing going forward, sir. Absolutely. I think that's the number one thing. Is this the breakthrough that sees Martial hit a hattie? I mean, that's what we need.
He could take a hattie. I could go for a Greenwood hattie. I could go for another Cavani hattie. But whatever it is, it's just we need to see goals because we know this team's got goals in abundance when they start clicking. And today they were clicking, and that was great to see. And we just, you want more of that. That's that. The fans now are just got a taste. They got a taste of that sweet nectar, sir. And now they're gonna be yearning for it every game.
Sir, at Rolling the Deep 1995, quote, I love this game, sir. Give it to me on the soundboard. Comprehensive win, our biggest since 1995. Luke Shaw and AWB went off, as did Martial and Bruno. Looked a little lazy in defense at times, but managed to keep the clean sheet. On to Everton, sir.
Sir, Evra, that's the joy. Just pure joy, Patrice Evra's voice. That's how I feel today. What a win. Just a great feeling. 9. Cloud 9, sir. I'm going to go watch the whole game again.
At Davey T _, quote, witnessing some Man United history will wash the sting from the last 2 games away. Hopefully this sparks the offense from now on. At Ty Kircher, quote, wow, that was fun. Please, sir, another. The lads need to be more clinical like that every week. Great for mentality. Happy for Tony, Bruno, Dan, Marcus. Can all 11 be man of the match? I mean, sir, today it's hard to pick it.
It's a great thing. I love that feeling when everybody played so well that it's hard to pick a man of the match because it felt the same way after the Leeds. You're just so proud of the 11 that you're like, give it all to them, because they all deserve it. It's a team performance, team win, and that's what it's all about. That teams win titles, sir.
All right, we have at Jordan _R. He tweeted last week, quote, this is the last week to this week. Last week he said, I'm terrified we're on a downswing with this scoring drought against scoreable opponents. I also reserve the right to take this back once we win again. So Jordan, he says, quote, I would like to report the first half of this tweet to the relevant authorities. He's taking that back, sir.
Sir, check out Jordan's piece on americanreddevils.com, one of our finest contributors. And if, this team will do that to you. So the ups and the downs have been insane. You ready to crash out of the FA Cup against West Ham next week? After smoking Everton? It's in the cards.
David Boyes, Tactical Genius.
Exactly.
Next bit of banter here. Alex _Janky, Janicki. Quote, couldn't be happier with the result, obviously, but how is this the same team that lost to Sheffield and drew Arsenal? Simply just being a man up so early, or do they have to? Do they have this switch that was just flipped? They can carry on throughout the rest of the season. Glory, glory, sir. What do you think it was? Was it the 10 men? Was it the early goal? What was it?
I mean, the 10 men definitely helps. And I think it was the early goal and just the fact that this team, something clicked where they just started just going for it. There was a ruthlessness in their eye that we haven't seen. And I think it was also like, the celebrations, they were muted, bro. The fact that we were just 6, 7, 8, 9, and they were like, it was business to it. And that's what I like to see from this team. It should be business. Just, you score goals, baby. That's part of the job. And let's just pile them on.
At Marco Nunez 408, quote, 9-0 without Paul Pogba. Can you comment on that?
Saving for the weekend, sir. We're gonna score 10 against Everton.
Sir, I mean, I'll say save him for the weekend, but we all know he's leaving Manchester United, so
How much do you think Eddie's gonna get for him, bro? He's gonna blow that deal as well.
Sir, Eddie will get like 15 million and like a cup noodle sponsorship, something like that.
Maui Jim stand.
We're gonna finish it on this one at Meacher 1024, quote, absolutely savage. Always say we need to be ruthless. I think 9-0 is definitely as ruthless as it can get. Even James and AWB got goals. Tony with the brace. Exactly the game I needed this week. Glory, glory, Man United. I think that's exactly the game we all needed this week, sir. That is the podcast. Unbelievable buzzing, sir. This season, the ups and the downs all around here. Manchester United fan. Never a better time to beat Southampton 9-0. What do you say?
Never say die, sir. This team has gone through a lot, ups and downs. Ole's, 2.5-year tenure, but all through, there's been a lot of hope, a lot of excitement, and I think there are, bright times ahead, sir. Very excited about the future.
How you feeling, Super Frank, sir? If you like the American Red Devils, we are 4 fans. We are 4. The Super Frank staying the whole pod, sir. Whenever 10 years from now, if you're saying Super Frank,
get a taxi back to Manchester.
Exactly, sir. I mean, Super right. We need more Frank, just like poor sad Frank Lampard, sir. Where's his next manager job going to be?
Sir,
I don't think it's in the Premier League.
Super Frank podcast. Look, the American Red Devils, we're for fans by fans. We do not have any sponsors. You want to support us, check out our Patreon page, www.patreon.com/AmericanRedDevils. Check out our website, www.americanreddevils.com. We have amazing fan-generated content there. We also have a cool online store with some awesome gear. Check it out. Write a review on iTunes, sir. We've had amazing downloads last 7 days. Give us our top 10 cities.
Sir, top 10 cities. Here we go. Give me 1 second. Ooh, number 1, how you doing? How you doing? Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Number 2, Dublin, Ireland. Baden, Pennsylvania. Alexandria, Virginia. Waltham, Massachusetts. Chicago, Illinois. Number 7, San Jose, California. Englewood, California. New York. And Navarre, Florida, sir. Appreciate all the downloads, all the American Red Devils listening week in, week out, around the globe, sir. Woo, future is bright. Looking good. I want 10 this weekend.
Sir, pod never sleeps. We're podding. I like pod, sir. There's so many pods, so many matches. Shout out to all the fans supporting this club around the world. It's an amazing, unprecedented season, and we're going to be there the whole way. The ups and the downs, and the 9-0, sir. How about a few more of those for the end of the season? No. I can eat those up all day. Sir, it's a great time to be a United fan. As always,
kicking a blue.